Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm your host, Dr. Haider Shah. On behalf of Calvas, I would like to welcome all of you to this webinar. Thank you very much for joining us. Today we have another very interesting topic, and I'm really honored to welcome and introduce our distinguished guest speaker. And this time he is going to talk about the role of Industry 4.0. So today we will explore how the integration of digital technologies into manufacturing and industry is revolutionizing the way we produce, manage, and deliver products. From the Internet of Things to artificial intelligence, robotics, and big data analytics, Industry 4.0 is setting a new benchmark for efficiency, sustainability, and customization. So we will discuss into the transformative impact of these technologies, and we will discuss the future landscape of industrial operations. So indeed a very interesting topic, and I'm sure you will learn a lot from this session because we have an expert with us in today's this session. So stay tuned because amazing stuff are coming ahead in this session. So before we start, I would like to thank Calvas for arranging such enlightenment sessions, for their support and providing us such a wonderful platform. The aim of Calvas is to give you the opportunity to connect and interact with world-renowned speakers, academic leaders, teachers, authors, researchers, experts, professionals, and businessmen to learn from their experiences, recommendations, and suggestions, which will create an impact and will enable you to learn and develop yourself in order to grow and transform individually as well as to contribute to the world at large. As our slogan is come, learn, and share knowledge. So today we have amazing person as guest, as he's one of the most popular guest on the Khalwas, and we have invited him for multiple times, and he's so generous that whenever we invite him, he's always there to share his knowledge with the people from around the globe. So there is no need to introduce him since he's a very renowned speaker and a regular speaker on Khalwas. So I would just welcome again our Professor Dr. FROILAN MOBO for this Calwas session. Again, welcome to the Calwas platform once again, and thank you very much for joining us, Prof.
Yes, thank you. Good evening, Dr. Haider. So, thank you for this opportunity for inviting me again for this on this virtual platform. So, it's a big, indeed, an honor for me to share my expertise in terms of this kind of profession.
Thank you so much, and over to you, Prof. Thank you.
Okay, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen around the global community. So, I was tasked for today or tonight, first to discuss the role of the Industry 4.0. And I know that this is an important topic that we have to be aware of because this is indeed an important part that we should be aware of about the role and importance of the Industry 4.0. So, when we say Industry 4.0, from its uh, definition, it also called the Fourth Industrial Revolution or 4IR, which is the next phase in digitization of the manufacturing sector, or even in the, for example, even in the school or in the campus, smart campus, which is this driven by trends including the technology, connectivity, the analytics, human machine interactions, and improvement in robotics, which can automate, of course, all the systems connected with the Internet of Things, the IoT, and all the embedded systems which can be connected in this kind of technology. Wherein, uh, during the pandemic, it was this type of so-called generation was being revolutionized because of the use of several technology platforms by using embedded system, by using the learning management system. It was really been used a couple of times, and even up to this day, it was being used, for example, for the connectivity part in delivering the curriculum, and also in the part of having interaction with the lessons, and of course giving grades in the students and other factors that can lead to uh, on the part of machine learning and part of improving the system which is needed by the sectoral areas in the industry. And part of that, the fourth industrial revolution or 4.0, it has a connectivity data, the computational power or cloud computing or internet or blockchain which can connect all over the system. So for instance, for example, giving an example, if you have a small system in your house which can connect to a virtual connectivity to your office, and it can connect to another system. So which means that you can control other applications, other storage databases, or even the having an automated systems that can monitor or store or manipulate any platform that you want to do, because it's part of the technology which is really evolved in the industry. And of course, in terms of analytics and intelligence, you can have an accurate measurement in terms of, for example, in having a profile and research. It can directly create in bibliometrics analytics, because that is one part of can be generated in other platforms, can be linked to other devices, and another is the human machine interaction, which is very important nowadays, because during the transcend of the pandemic from the old situation or normal, we are now in the new normal, which is we are now on the autonomous situation that we need to apply this kind of human machine interactions or human computer interactions, for example, using virtual reality and augmented reality and doing the laboratories. For example, in our institutions in PMMA, there's an area or laboratory wherein the students can enhance their skills in uh, uh, manipulating a particular steering wheel in a vessel. So using an augmented reality and virtual reality, they would be able to simulate their exercises in navigating a particular vessel. And it's one part of a good achievement that the institutions right now uses this kind of fourth generation, fourth industrial revolution systems, and also part of having artificial intelligence, for example, using AI machines in a web-based platform. It can really create simulated platform whereas it can interact all other disciplines. And we have advanced engineering, which is part of that, such as renewable energy and particles. So nowadays, there's a lot of advancement in the field of the Industry 4.0. For example, having a campus wherein it can be able to be capable of having a solar panel which can generate uh, the supply of electricity by using that part as part of the renewable energy, or that data or systems can be using other platform also. And the advantages of the Industry 4.0 is that it could make products and services more accessible, equitable, or be automated in terms of business transactions to the consumers, and also to the stakeholders along with their systems. And part of it, it indicates that successful scaling in this kind of technology makes supply chains more efficient and working. Just like that I want to say this, during the pandemic, all the uh, stores, all the establishment have been closed because of the situation. So one part to have a continuous process is to adapt a technology. That's why this kind of platform, for example, now we are having our webinar. We use a lot of technologies to have a particular uh, lifelong learning process. So it's a technology that creates a value chain, of course, that can be more efficient in delivering this kind of lectures and orientations, of course. And then it can be one of the countless benefits for of course, for us, and then the stakeholders in other consumers. And part of it, how the Industry 4.0 technologies are changing the industry. Of course, using these digital technologies, it can lead to increased automations, predictive maintenance, self-optimization of process improvements, and above all, it is part of leveraging the efficiency and responsiveness to our customers need by using an ERP or enterprise resource planning systems that can manipulate an automated or web-based systems that can connect to other platform, for example, in using a particular smartphones or other devices, which can control or automate other uh, remote systems that can be connected in other remote areas. For example, while you are in other place, you can go and check your wireless systems, your CCTV camera as part of security measures. And part of it, developing smart factories and also smart campus is an incredible opportunity for the Industry 4.0 to be, of course, recognized in the global community. And by analyzing the large amount of data which is being used and sensors, of course, in the real-time world or in other sector area or areas which can provide tools for doing predictive maintenance, of course, it's a good part because using this kind of technology, it can interchange the system of a process systems to a new automated processing. For example, just what the government is projecting right now, they want to have an automated systems that can connect as one. For example, just like what the our president, President Marcos, did is he connects all offices in one systems using an online system which can cater all the needs. So that's one thing that can be accessible or be equitable on the part of our stakeholders, and that's really a good opportunity using this kind of technology that can shape up the uh, systems in for our stakeholders. Of course, this is a good implications that the digital transformation using the Industry 4.0 is becoming more revolutionized comparing from using a manual system comparing to an automated. For example, we can also use a lot of applications in terms of doing financial transactions in paying, for example, your obligations in a bank. You can uh, use it using automated systems or other platforms that can support the revolutionized systems in other sectoral areas. And then the integrations in Industry 4.0, whether vertically and horizontally, it really changed the systems because this kind of systems, for example, using a database, will dramatically change the whole system and it will replace the emerging technologies that can be used as part of the Internet of Things platform. For example, connecting one small device that can control the whole manufacturing area or institutions that can be used with an extensive platform. In many aspects of industry, it can get even more features that can combine other interoperable systems, for example, using an open source applications, using a hardware technology that can match up the requirements. So it is really good that these applications can really help the functionalities which can be integrated into as one. And another, in terms of technology security, and even the workforce or the people in the society, it's being mentioned that it can be integrated into one systems that because of using big data, it can really uh, make things automated and people will be able to have a transactions in a quick uh, processes. And it's very important, of course, that the stakeholders should be aware of what will be the possible outcomes or solutions using the technologies security people, workers, and society, of course, to let them know what is the good advantage in using this kind of platform. For example, using this one, what is the role of the systems, or using an artificial intelligence or emerging technologies, or having an advanced automated manufacturing systems. It boils to one thing: we are using a digital technology right now, or other devices which can shape, and of course, our the processes of our systems. Just like what happened now, it's already new normal. A lot of things really change. Of course, the adaptations of technology, comparing 4 years ago, going now, it really helps us a lot, because without the technology, we would not be able to survive in that kind of health problem during the rise of the COVID-19. And of course, here are the biggest and most noteworthy benefits that can be expected for the Industry 4.0. Of course, number one, it can optimize processes from one devices or platform to another. It can interoperable, be connected. So now automation allows manufacturers, or in their place, to work faster, and they have a data analytics which empower them there to decide whether the particular decision is really good. That is to have, to increase efficiency. Predictive maintenance means less downtime for machines, because you're trying to monitor this kind of system using the this kind of platform. And another, greater asset utilization, because it allows greater flexibility across the factory, using an autonomous mobile system which can handle tasks, uh, many aspects. Okay, then on the higher labor and productivity, when a particular group of employees feel more security, they can focus better and can create more accomplished tasks that they are doing in a particular day. And then, of course, the supply chain visibilities. Of course, this is an IoT-enabled sensors and data analytics that can give manufacturers insight into the entire supply, and this can leverage the performance of our system. And so we have the following: after sales service and sustainability, that making sure that all the project which is being approved, it needs to be more sustainable. And what will happen if we're going to apply this? Of course, it's very important that the awareness of all people, because that is to avoid uh, problems that might arise in the next part. And of course, the journey of the to Industry 4.0 in manufacturing, it realizes the benefits of connected devices and people. And part of it in the digital transformations, it is very important that we have systems that can enter into the process of your digital transformation. So it really matters uh, when doing this kind of journey, and using this kind of technology, and adopting this kind of systems with not only the manufacturing, of course, in the education sectors, that can benefit that can benefit to all teachers applying for this kind of application. So, uh, on my in my conclusions, the use the role and use of this kind of platform really benefits them, because uh, if we don't have this kind of system, so the whole process will not it cannot stand alone. So these are the references. So if you have any questions, so feel free to ask me. Then I would really glad to answer those questions that might help you to understand what is in the actual real life system. So I think that would be all on my part, sir. So thank you, and for giving the opportunity to discuss in this kind of uh, session.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Foilan. And I really appreciate the way you just discussed about what is 4.0 industry and how can it impact the people, the society, what is the role of artificial intelligence and all those things. I think we are living in the digital era, and all these things are going to impact us one way or the other, which we refer as directly or indirectly, and we need to be equipped in a proper way so that we can strike back in the same way that we are skilled and we are prepared for it. So thank you for this comprehensive
Yes.
session and just educating our audience regarding the 4.0 industry and how can they put their efforts in a way that they can maximize the potential and maximize the uh, profit out of it. So now it's a very interesting question they have asked regarding the cyber security, since digitalization is a virtual world, and cybersecurity is one of the major concern of the users. So they want to ask the question regarding that: how do cybersecurity challenges evolve with the adoption of Industry 4.0, and what measures can be taken to address these kind of issues? Yes, please.
I think this kind of cybersecurity challenges that can be adopted in the Industry 4.0 is by using an encrypted applications that can generally measures, of course, the incoming messages by using the IP address internet protocol. So I think there's a particular approach that can secure the cybersecurity challenges. For example, the system of the encryption. Another is the type of analysis that can be applied. For example, the brute force analysis in the part of the analysis and complexity, wherein it can help uh, fix, of course, the problem which is arises during the situation.
Thank you very much, Prof. And now another interesting question which you have already talked about is the sustainability and environment, how we can protect the environment. And if you see the role of the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, the 17 goals, and we are more inclined towards the climate and reservation of all the resources, natural resources, and multiple SDGs are talking about the how can we save our resources. The next question is related to that one, and the question is how does Industry 4.0 contribute to sustainability and environmental protection? So, could you please elaborate it for our audience? Thank
So
you.
in terms of the contribution to the SDG or sustainable development, for example, just like what I mentioned, in terms of uh, environmental protection, instead of using an electrified devices, why not use a solar panel device? For example, you want to supply an electricity for your house or for the usage, you can use a solar panel that can generate, for example, a light, that can emit a light or can run a particular application, because this is an embedded systems which can attain or address the sustainable and environmental protection in terms of using the Industry 4.0, because this kind of platform really helps us a lot in terms of achieving the purpose and goal.
Very nice, and thank you very much for this wonderful answer. And one last question, and again, it is very important, and this is related to the future of the 4.0 industry. The question is, looking ahead, what are the future trends, are the innovation that could shape the next phase of Industry 4.0? Yes, your opinion
I
on that, please.
think in the future trends right now, there will come a time that if we're talking, for example, 10 years from now, I think a lot of automated systems will really take place. For example, in the shipping vessel or in the shipping industry right now, there is so-called now the automated shipping vessel that can be manned by a particular system. And another is that a lot of applications right now are really securing their systems. For example, what I'm trying to talk about is a bank that can use this kind of applications and be maximized.
Wow, very nice, and thank you very much once again, Professor Dr. FROILAN. And as you know that at the end of the session, we ask our each guest regarding their message to the world. So what is your message to the world this time as a speaker, author, teacher, researcher, trainer, learner, educator? Yes, please.
So I think in terms of using this kind of technology, it can also help us lessen our uh, obligation. For example, by paying bills for a particular electricity, it can lower down because you will be able to use renewable energy for using a light generated systems, and it really helps us a lot to use this kind of application because of its purpose and uh, other attributes that can help our system.
Yeah, wonderful, very nice. And I think the conservation of resources should be our prime responsibility because we have to secure the planet resources and for the upcoming generation. I think the sustainability is a very good concept in that perspective. And thank you very much for giving such a
Yes.
wonderful message to the audience regarding that. And to the audience, that please do follow our distinguished guest speaker through his research work, and you can email him for future learning and guidance. He is very generous and always ready to help the people. That's all we have time for today, and thank you once again, Professor Dr. FROILAN Mobo, for your time and sharing such a wonderful knowledge with our audience from around the globe. And I would like to thank our audience who joined us. If you have any additional questions about information shared today, please email us or connect to the speaker directly through his email or social media accounts. Thank you all for your support and liking our session. Stay tuned as many sessions are on the way. Please do not miss any session until next session.